Is growing against India-Pakistan match in the T20 World Cup on the 24th of October amid brazen killings of civilians by Pakistan-backed terrorists in Kashmir Valley. Union Minister Giriraj Singh has said the most awaited cricket match should be reconsidered as the ties between both countries are not good. He said that if relationship between both the countries is suffering because of terrorism, we should do a rethink about the decision to claim Pakistan. Jammu and Kashmir has been witnessing a spate of targeted killings of civilians, especially the non-locals, in the past few days. Jihadi death squads are stalking and shooting civilians to death.
मेरा मानना है अगर संबंध अच्छे ना हो तो उस पर दिशा.
Well, here's why India should not be playing Pakistan in the T20 World Cup. The bloodiest attacks on forces and non-locals in Kashmir. 9 security personnel have been killed and 11 civilians, including Kashmiri Pandits and non-locals, have been targeted specifically by terrorists. Pakistan has been batting for recognition of Taliban at the global stage, and even at the United Nations, India-Pakistan bilateral cricketing ties have already been suspended since the year 2009. Our executive editor Shiv Arur is joining us for more on that story. And Shiv, the chorus is growing, and rightly so, given the spate of attacks that we've seen just in the last 10 odd days in the Kashmir region. Obviously, there is a lot of anguish, and those affected have been saying that how can we play Pakistan at this point of time in a game of cricket?
Sneha, first of all, some hard facts. This is a very emotive time as far as India-Pak relations is concerned. But be that as it may, we must work with facts. Fact number one, India hasn't played any bilateral cricket with Pakistan since 2009. We do play a lot of other sports with them. Since 2009, we've played plenty of, multinational tournaments, including cricket, including just recently in 2019 as well. So it's not like India and Pakistan haven't been playing cricket. They only haven't played bilateral cricket matches. So we usually see these eruptions or calls for India and Pakistan not to play, or a boycott of the Pakistan team around times when terror is at a high. And now with 11 civilians killed, 9 army men killed near the line of control, emotions are absolutely skyrocketing as far as India-Pak relations are concerned. And that's the reason why you're seeing these calls for some kind of a boycott, whether it is Giriraj Singh or other prominent influencers in the political landscape who are calling for a boycott. But the facts on the ground itself suggest that as far as bilateral cricket is concerned, they've been in suspension since 2009, over a dozen years ago. So the question now is, what do we actually need to do? This is multi-nation tournament. India has played Pakistan, as recently as 2019. There are other factors, which those who want cricket to be completely boycotted suggest, which is that when you play a country like Pakistan, you're adding to their coffers. India's stated position is that Pakistan is a state sponsor of terror, and therefore some of this money must be going into the sponsorship of terror. It may be a little bit of a long shot, but it's actually not that difficult to see. And I think that's where things actually lie. But the facts, I think, speak for themselves on this count, Sneha.
All right, Shiv, thanks so much for getting us those details. Shiv Arur with his perspective on that story. Well, we were speaking about the clamour and the growing clamour to cancel India-Pakistan T20 match, which seems to be growing now after targeted killings in the valley. The father of a Golgappa seller who was killed by terrorists in Srinagar and Punjab Minister Pargat Singh are some of those who have demanded for cancellation of India-Pakistan T20 match scheduled to be held on the 24th day of October. Take a look.
The most awaited cricket clash in the world on October 24th.
I don't think he saw that.
Clash of the cricketing titans. The mega face-off. India versus Pakistan. All eyes are on India and Pakistan's T20 World Cup match in Dubai. But the spurt in civilian killings across Jammu and Kashmir, and Pakistan pushing terror infiltrators, leading to deaths of Jawans, casting a shadow on the cricketing event. Listen into this anguished father of 30-year-old Golgappa seller Arvind Kumar Saha from Bihar, who was shot dead by terrorists on Saturday in Srinagar.
अभी पाकिस्तान के साथ खेला होने वाला है, उसको लेकर के क्या कहेंगे? सरकार का क्या रुख होना चाहिए?
उसको रोक देना चाहिए। ऐसा धांधली हो रहा है तो आदमी जिएगा, सब तो मरिए जाएगा। बिहारियों को मार रहा है।
The grieving father has also demanded an ex gratia of 50 lakh rupees and strict action against Pakistan-sponsored terrorists. The cancel India-Pakistan match chorus has been joined by Punjab Minister Pargat Singh.
पाकिस्तान की तरफ से 9 जवानों को हमारे शहीद कर दिया गया और ऊपर से ये 2020 का मैच, क्या ये होना संभावित है? क्या जरूरी है ये?
देखो यार, होना तो नहीं चाहिए। देखो, आज जिस दौर से हम गुजर रहे हैं, अल्टीमेटली वो हमारा पड़ोसी है, लेकिन पड़ोसी को पड़ोसी की तरह बिहेव करना चाहिए।
Despite the clamor to scrap the India-Pakistan T20 clash, former J&K CM Farooq Abdullah batted for friendship with Pakistan.
मैं समझता हूँ कोई भी रास्ता दोस्ती की तरफ ले जाए वो अच्छा है, और हमें अल्लाह से ये उम्मीद करनी चाहिए कि हम दोनों मुल्कों में एक दोस्ती हो, एक हम-आहंगी हो।
The Indian government may not have much to say in cancellation of the match organized by ICC, but it has indicated that engaging Pakistan on terror is very well on the agenda. New Delhi has called a meet of NSAs on Afghanistan, and Pakistan is also an invitee. With Rohit Singh in Patna, Bureau Report, India Today.
Well, there are some also talking about how India must play the match against Pakistan in the T20 World Cup. Well, India will be losing a point in the T20 World Cup. India-Pakistan play at global and continental events already. There are other sports ties, in fact, that have not been called off. So why call off a cricket match with Pakistan is the question that many are asking.